तिमिरान्तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So welcome to the Saturday and Sunday series of the Shri Harinam Chintamani, especially on the offense called as pramad, inattention while chanting. So in the last few sessions, we have already covered 13 sessions. We have been quite elaborately discussing about this offense called as pramad, which has these three types: Audasina, Jad, Vikshep. Quite in detail, we have gone into Audasin, which is indifference. What are the counteraction measures for it? We have seen Jad. Jad is quite deep rooted. Jad is a deeper version of Audasin. Why you're acting like a stone? Sometimes you might say Jad, something like that. So that is because of laziness. And the counteraction was Utsa. And we discussed in 2, 3 classes about the Utsa technique for counteracting Jad. The third type of pramad is vikshep. So now from the next verses in the Sri Harinam Chintamani, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is going to speak about vikshep. Vikshep janita anavadan lakshan. The nature of inattention caused by distraction. So what is the nature of inattention which is caused by distraction? So with distraction, how pramad happens, that is inattention, how it happens, he's going to speak. Okay, let us see this. This is from verses 32 to 34. 3 verses he discusses this nature. Vikshepa hoitoi pramada udoy bahuyat nasai aprad hoyashoy. Inattention also comes from distraction. Vikshepta hoite ei pramad uday. When we are distracted, that means we are inattentive. So from distraction also there is a kind of inattention which is coming. That is called as vikshep. With a great struggle, bahuyatna say aparad hoishe, this offense is destroyed. So here is a very important point, that is bahuyatna, that is with great struggle. So this distraction, uh, the opposite of distraction is focused, to be focused or be attentive or to be one pointed, as in the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Vavasayatmika buddhi ekehi kurunandana. So to be one pointed. So it is very, very difficult, and with great struggle, this offense can be destroyed. So that's what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying here. Now, what are the different distractions Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions in the next verse, text 33 of Shri Harinam Chintamani. Kanaka Kamini Ara Jaya Parajay Pratishta Ashi Shatyavritti Tahara Nilay. Desire for gold. Kanaka. Kanaka means gold. Women, Kamini, or Jaya Parajay, victory and defeat, and of others. When we attain victory, we become joyous. When we attain defeat, we become morose. So, getting affected by victory, defeat, fame, pratishta, asha, shatya. Shatya means the tendency to cheat others or duplicity, very cunning in one's dealings. Shatya vritti are all the home where this offense resides. Tahara Nilay. Nilay means where one resides. So here is the footnote. Let us see the footnote. These things are the home where inattention resides. So if in our heart we have these desires for wealth, women, we get affected by victory, defeat, and we have a desire to become famous even in devotional circles, and we have this tendency of duplicity. Shakti is also duplicity in one sense. Tendency to cheat is duplicity. Kuti nati it is called in also Sanskrit. So these are the places. If we have home, then we are distracted by it. Now, 2 points here to be noted from the Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is mentioning Vyavasayatmika buddhi eke hi kuru nandana bahu shaka hi anantasya buddhyo hi avyavasahinam. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. Vyavasayatmika buddhi means vyavasay. Vyavasay means business. So, if you ask, what is my business? Atmika buddhi. My business is in the pursuit of self-realization. Atma buddhi. That is what is Vyavasaya Atmika buddhi. So once in our farm here in Gokuldam, uh, old farmer had come to visit our farm, and the devotees inside were sitting and studying the Bhagavad Gita. And although he was uneducated from a worldly point of view, so क्या आत्मचिंतन कर रहे हैं आप? You're absorbed in Atmachintan. That was the term he used. So our business as devotees or spiritual practitioners is to be pursuing the path of self-realization, studying Gita, Bhagavad, chanting the holy names. So Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, Ekehi Kurunandana. He is one-pointed in his goal, in his pursuits to attain the goal of self-realization or Krishna Prem. But Bahushaka hi Anantasya. Bahushaka means one whose consciousness goes in many, many directions. Buddhyohi avavasayinam. Then the intelligence is attracted and it is going in these pursuits for different things. Bahushaka also means many, many desires. And both Prabhupada and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in their Gita commentaries mention that Bahushaka means what? Desire for wealth, women, enjoyment in this world, gross enjoyment, subtle enjoyment, enjoyment in the heavenly planets. That is what the Karmakandis want. And that is why they are called as Vedavadarata Partha in the previous verse. In the next verse, it is mentioned. Kamatma Swargapara. Their Atma is filled with Kam and they think Swargapara. Ultimate goal of the Vedas is to attain Swarga. Nanyat Asti iti Vadina. There is nothing else in the Vedas. The Vedas only speak about it. So, enjoyment in the heavenly planets, enjoyment of mystic powers. Then these are some, gross and subtle enjoyments. But there are still subtler enjoyments in the form of enjoying Pratishta Asha. I want to become famous in this world. And because of that, we do cheating to become famous. So as long as these things are there in our heart, Nilaya, till then there will be a lot of distractions. There will be a lot of distractions where inattention resides. This is the point that was mentioned. Now in the next verse. Ei sabha Krishna hriday, hoila uday, namite anavadhana, swabhavata hoy. When the attraction for all these things arises in the heart, Ei sabha Krishna, being attracted to all these, what is mentioned in the previous verse, in the heart, hriday hoila uday, one is naturally inattentive to the holy name. Namete anavadhan, swabhavata hoy. So we can check in our heart where is our heart's attraction flowing towards in this world, where it is flowing. And wherever the heart's attraction is there, yes, you will have to note down and start working on it. And we can understand that naturally there is inattention in the holy name because we are distracted by these things, distracted to attain wealth, distracted to attain so many things in this life. So once one of my very close friend, he's a grahastha, a very big businessman. He's well off, quite rich. And because he's a businessman, he is a Sindhi. So he was very close to me and sometimes heart-to-heart discussions when we are having. Regularly, we were attending together Japa seminars and one or two seminars we held where his center is located. He's in the managing the committee there. So one day when we were driving together, he told me that, boss, he told me like this, boss, I have a desire that I want to buy a BMW. So although we are devotees, we, the goal of life is to attain Krishna Prem, but we have these desires to have a BMW or whatever it is. So these kind of distractions means we are inattentive in the chanting. Definitely we are inattentive. So here is an exercise for all of the devotees. You can write down, you can pen down what are the desires, at least in your conscious level, which your heart is inclined to. And sincerely we'll have to pray to Guru, Gaurang, the deities, that let me become free from these distractions. If they are supposed to come, they'll come on their own. If they are supposed to go, they will go on their own. So that is why in the Gita, Krishna is saying, Sukhe dukhe same kritva, labha labha jaya jayo, tato yudhaya yudhasva, naivam papam avapsasi. This is in 2.38 of the Bhagavad Gita. Sukhe dukhe same kritva. Be maintain equanimity in both happiness and distress. Labha, alabha, whether you gain or you lose. Jaya, jayo, whether you attain victory or you lose. Tato yuddhaya yudhasva. Just as a duty, fight. Then you'll not incur sin. This is what he says in 2.38 in the Bhagavad Gita. Anyway, I'll have to show because we are not seeing the slides, so it's sometimes difficult to. But then in 2.48 of the Gita, Krishna says, Yogastha Kuru Karmani Sangam Tektva Dhananjaya Siddha Asiddha Samo Bhutva Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. So in 2.48, Krishna is saying, Yogastha. Yogastha means be situated in yoga. Kuru karmani, do your actions. Sangam tektva dhananjaya, without desiring the fruits of your actions. Siddha, asiddha, whether there is success or failure. This includes everything. Samo bhutva. Samo bhutva means be equipoised. Samatvam yoga uchate. Such equanimity is called yoga. So here in 2.48, what I was mentioning, 2.38 in the Gita, Sukhe Dukhe Same Kritva Labha Labha Jaya Jayo Tato Yuddhaya Yudhasva Naivam Papam Avapsasi. So here in 2.38, Krishna has not spoken he has spoken about that you are not the body or the spirit soul, but he has not spoken about yoga, connecting. That verse he speaks in 2.39. Buddhi yoga is to connect. This can mean bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, or even karma yoga. And then he speaks about this karmanyeva adhikaraste later on in 2.7. Ma phaleshu kadachana. Ma karma phalaheturbhur. Ma sangosti akarmani. So do our actions, duties without desiring the fruits. And in this next verse, to point, such yoga, such karma yoga, without desiring the fruits, without being attached to the opposite results, whatever it is, victory, defeat, happiness, distress, maintaining mental equanimity. This kind of mental equanimity is called as yoga. So we can observe in our daily life when we get success, whether we get elated, and when we get failure, whether we become depressed. So that means the heart is still filled with these desires, and the heart is swinging in these directions. So as long as all this is there, then we are distracted. In fact, victory is also a distraction. Defeat is also a distraction. Happiness is a distraction. Distress is a distraction. Gain is a distraction. Losing is a distraction. So to be equipoised in all these situations, fixed in the goal of attaining self-realization or Krishna brain, is actually the real goal of our life. So this is how we should be careful about this Vikshepa. This is what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying in these 3 verses. Now, before I discuss many of the points from the slides, anyone has any questions can raise their hand. Any questions, any clarifications? Okay, so then we will discuss the slides about these 3 verses. Okay, one hand has been raised. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. It is quite natural to have a desire for materialistic things, and it's at least I myself is finding very difficult to follow these 2 paths. I mean, I am leading my day-to-day life, and simultaneously I have started my spiritual journey. So I'm quite ambitious and I definitely do want all materialistic thing. But today this verse is telling us we don't have to get attached to such things. So how do you judge this, or how do you explain this disparity? Or how am I supposed to manage my desires?
Uh,
Should we ask,
okay,
or we shouldn't be asking for it?
yeah, yeah. Suppose because you're a doctor, let us take that same example. Uh, Based on your karma, you had an inclination in this field, so you took up this education in this field, and now you're a doctor. And now, in this field or in this journey of this life, whatever you're going to gain as in your profession to maintain your body, uh, you will gain that. You will gain that. Means in the form of wealth coming to you because of your profession, or even name and fame coming to you as a good doctor, it will come. And that is because of your karma. But the moment you take to devotional service, Krishna consciousness, then not only are we doctors who treat the bodies, but now we understand that I'm a spirit soul and we treat every person also holistically because they are also uh, uh, spirit souls who have to be treated at a physical level so that they can also pursue spiritual path. So you have a different duty now. So whatever is going to come, which is destined, it will happen. We need not run after it. It will happen. In fact, uh, many professionals, especially those who are business minded, uh, especially I heard about a true incident where two MBAs, uh, they wanted to make big in this world, and they, after finishing the MBA, they were very highly ambitious. So they wanted to float a company, but they did a fraud and they landed up in the bars. But if with their profession, if they are having that business tendency, they endeavor with the period of time, the fruits will come. But today's world is they want the results quickly without having the endeavor. So as also same case in your profession, if you endeavor and do your duty of a doctor, uh, you do your endeavors, the fruits will come. It will come. And now, because you're in the spiritual path, you will decide how to use the fruits more so that I can grow more in my spiritual life. So, whatever happens in your profession, whether it is uh, victory, defeat, or name, infamy, uh, you should not get affected by it. Because ultimately, you should understand that all these things are temporary in this world. I should be fixed in my spiritual goal. So both these aspects, there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance between these two aspects of our life. One is our body, and for the bodily maintenance, we need to work. Even Krishna is saying this to Arjuna that, Sharira Yatra, in this Yatra of the Sharir, that is from birth to death, you'll have to work, Arjuna. You have to maintain your body. And your profession is of a Kshatriya. That's why you have to fight this war. Similarly, for the Sharir Yatra, we have this profession, we do that as a duty. At the same time, there is the higher spiritual duty with respect to the constitution as a soul, and we should always keep that as a priority in our life. And this is required, it is necessary, but we should know what is central and what is periphery. And keeping these aspects, balancing them properly, we can uh, have a very smooth journey, just like a railway track parallel. You need that parallel track so that the train can move. So that is how we need to do it in our life. Any other questions anyone has? Okay, so let us see now some of the points from the slides of this discussions what we had. Okay, so the nature of inattention caused by distraction. Now here is one simple humble advice that begins in this discussion. Please, please do not be distracted from the goal. Do not try to become famous in devotional circles. Do not try to make profit from devotees, and always remain truthful in your dealings with devotees. So, what to speak in the outside world to become famous? Even there is a tendency to become famous in devotional circles and make profit from devotees. And we should always be truthful in our dealings with devotees. There is no room for duplicity in devotional life, even if it is in the name of so-called religiosity. So this duplicity is a deep-rooted anartha, and we cannot go deep now into this discussion because this is a separate topic in itself. But just to give you some idea, Raghunath Das Goswami in his Manashiksha mentions there are gross anarthas. There are gross anarthas which one has to become free. He says, Asat, okay, maybe I have to show the verse so that we can really uh, appreciate it. So just give me a minute. I will show you the verses. The verses. Just give me a minute. The verses of Manashiksha. Okay, yes. Yes. Okay, I got it. Uh, yes. Okay. I'm just displaying now in the screen. Yes. Here, Raghunath Das Goswami in Manashiksha, he is saying, Asadvarta Vesha Vrishajmati Sarvasvaharani Kata Mukti Vyagra Nashunu Kila Sarvatmagalani Api Tektva Lakshmi Patirati To Vyomanayanim Braje Radha Krishna Swarati Manito Tvam Bhajamana. So Raghunath Das Goswami is preaching to his mind. Oh mind, mana, abandon, visraja, the prostitute of mundane talks, asad varta vesha. So you know what is varta? Varta is also a Marathi word. Varta patrika, the newspaper. So the newspaper is called as varta, and talks also. Talks, mundane talks, he says asad varta, and he compares to these mundane talks vaishya. Vaishya is a prostitute. So abandon the prostitute of mundane talks. Why? Who plunders all intelligence. Mati sarvasya harani. Harani means to rob. Just like if a person is attached to a prostitute, and because he is attached to a prostitute, this prostitute robs the person's money. Similarly, Asad Varta robs the intelligence, Mati, our intelligence. So that's why he says, give up this Asad Varta. Do not listen at all, na shunukila, to the stories of the tigress named Mukti, liberation. Katha Mukti Vyagra, which devours all souls. Sarvatma Gilani. So we know that liberation is like what? It is committing spiritual suicide, especially Ekatvam or Sayuj Mukti. So that's why don't hear to the talks of liberation which the Gyan yogis and the Ashtang yogis discuss. No discussion about it. Moreover, also give up api tektva, attachment to the husband of Lakshmi, Shri Narayan. Lakshmi pati rati. Rati means attraction or attachment. Don't be attracted to Narayan, who only leads one to Vaikuntha. Ito vyoma nayanim. Instead, here in Braje means in Braja, serve Shri Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna is Dvivachan. Tvam Bhaja, serve, means to Bhaja, who give one the jewel of their own love. Swarati Mani Do. So here you can see three gross obstacles to attain pure devotion to Radha Krishna are mentioned. Three anarthas we should give up. So what are the three anarthas which Raghunath Das Goswami is mentioning here? Anyone can raise their hand and answer. Which are the three which I have discussed just now? Which are the three gross obstacles or anarthas which we should give up in this verse which is mentioned by Raghunath Das Goswami? Anyone would like to answer can raise their hand. Anyone would like to try also? Yes, there is one hand which is raised. I don't know whether others are also. Okay, let's give a. Okay, I'm still already.
Should
Yes.
try to stop self-talking, or as I can read here, abandon the mundane talk with yourself.
Not
Second is
with ourselves, with other people. When others come, we start talking.
okay. So I have it in a wrong way.
Yes.
And, I would request you to please can you enumerate 3 points where they have written here.
Okay, fine. Yeah, it is a little difficult in the first stage. Okay, but still, let us see what Amal Bhakti Rani Mataji, you had raised your hand. Which are the three things?
Yeah, the attachment to the Lakshmi, basically attachment. That's to connect, like the wealth or whatever.
No. Here there is no mention of wealth actually.
No,
Lakshmi,
attachment to the husband of Lakshmi, Shri Narayan, Lakshmi Rati.
Yeah. Give up attachment to Narayan.
Narayan.
Okay. First.
So,
That is the third thing. Can you tell me what is the first thing in this verse?
not to listen to these stories of, the tigress named Mukti.
That is second. What is the first one?
I'm going from and intelligent, the Asadvrita Vesha, that's the first one.
Yes. What it means. It's here in the verse itself.
Who plunders the intelligence, yeah.
Yeah. Give
With a
up
man's
talks, give up mundane talks, materialistic talks.
Yeah.
Give up materialistic talks, which are like a prostitute, and they steal our intelligence, just like a prostitute steals the wealth of a person who's attached. So give up asatvarta, first thing. Second, give up your attachment to hear about Mukti Katha Vyagra. Mukti Katha is compared to a tiger. Just like if a yogi is meditating in the forest and the tiger comes, the tiger can devour the yogi. Similarly, the talks of Mukti will devour the soul. You will commit spiritual spiritual suicide. And then give up attachment to Narayan. It's very interesting. Raghunath Das Goswami is saying give up attachment to Narayan because why here is Raghunath Das Goswami mentioning about giving attachment to Narayan? What is wrong in it? Yes, Sunita Mataji, you had to say something?
Yes, Prabhuji. I was just answering that first question which you had asked, and one should give up attachment to the husband of Lakshmi, that is Narayan, because Narayan just leads us to Vaikuntha.
Yes, it leads to Vaikuntha. And the highest rasa, which is there in Golok, especially the Madhurya rasa, that is what entrance you can get in Mahaprabhu's movement. That is what Mahaprabhu has come to give us. We can attain that. That's why only be attached to Vraje Radha Krishna. Vraje Radha Krishna. Don't be attached to Krishna in Dwarka or in Mathura also. Only Vraja Krishna. And that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Aradhya Bhagwan Vrajesh Tanayas Tadhama Vrindavanam. For us, Aradhya Dev is what? Vrajatanaya. Vrajatanaya is referring to, Nanda Maharaj's son. And where is he residing? Tadhama Vrindavanam. He is our Aradhya Bhagwan. Ramya Kachitopasana Vrajvadu Vargena Kalpita. And how we should worship Krishna? As the gopis. Ramya Kachitopasana. Then where do you find proof? Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam. Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto is a proof of the highest worship of the gopis to the highest aspect of the Lord, that is Shyam Sundar Krishna. Prema Pumarto Mahan, by which we can attain Krishna Prema. So like that, Raghunath Das Goswami is very clear about the goal, that is Vraja Radha Krishna. So here he is speaking about the gross obstacles. Now in text 5 of Manushiksha, he says, Asacheshta kashta prada vikat pashali viriha prakamyam kamadi prakatpata pati vetikare gale badvahane hamiti bakavidvartmapagane Gurutvam futkara navati sayatatvam manahita. While here, on the revealed path of devotion, prakata pata pati. Prakata means it is self-illuminated. Just like a street is lit with lamps, you can see the entire path. So while on this path of bhakti, which is revealed, which is self-illuminating, which is illuminated, I have been attacked by a gang, Vetikare, of my own lust. Prakama kamadi. Kamadi refers to kama, krodha, moha, lopa, mada, and matsarya, the 6 enemies, the 6 anarthas, who have bound my neck. Gale badva. Gale badva means they have bound my neck with the troublesome, kashtaprada, dreadful ropes. Vikata pashalabi. Pasha means, ropes of wicked deeds. Because when I come under the control of lust, I commit actions which are wicked deeds. They are asat cheshta. They are not sat cheshta. Devotional activities are sat cheshta. But, acting out of greed, acting out of envy, they are all asat cheshta. I have been killed. Haneham, haneham. Cry out piteously like this. Iti kurutvam futkarana. Futkarana means cry out from the heart. When you are attacked by lust, when you are attacked by greed, oh Lord, I have been attacked by these enemies. I am on the royal path of self-devotion, pure devotion, which is self-revealed, self-illuminated. But now I have been attacked by the gang of lust, gang of greed, envy. So I should cry out. Whom? To the devotees of Shri Krishna, the destroyer of Baka. Baka bid vartmapa gane. Baka bid refers to the killer of Baka, that is Krishna. And Vartmapa Gane means the followers of Krishna. The followers of Krishna are the devotees, the pure devotees. Gana means devotees. It is, it is a group. It refers to many. O mind, mana, they will save you. Avati sa yatatvam from these enemies. So, these are the subtle anarthas, the 6 enemies which are residing in our heart. So, moment in our mind, we detect that lust is attacking me, greed is attacking me, envy is attacking me. I'm walking on the path of pure devotion, which is self-illuminated path, just like a street is lit with lamps, street lights. You can see everything. You're walking smoothly, but suddenly a gang of robbers attack you. The 6 robbers: lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, and illusion. When they attack you, what you should do? You should cry out piteously. Kutu kurutvam futkaran. To whom? Not to Krishna. You should not cry out for protection to Krishna. You should cry out in protection to Krishna's pure devotees. Krishna's pure devotees. You should cry out. And then you will be saved. Krishna is saying. So Raghunath Das Goswami is saying you will be saved. You will be saved from these enemies. So these are the subtle anarthas which Raghunath Das Goswami is giving very simple solutions. If you see, the 6 enemies are so deep rooted in our heart. And what is the solution? Cry out piteously, help for the pure devotees. Even if they are not here, present in front of you, before you, even if they are in some part of the world, just remember and cry out for them, their help, and you will receive protection. There is no doubt about it. So these are the subtle anarthas he is speaking. Now in the next verse, this is where we were discussing about duplicity, Pratishta and Shakti. Shakti is duplicity. Now in this verse, Raghunath Das Goswami is saying that even if one is able to overcome the 6 enemies, but there is another deep-rooted enemy in the form of Kutinati. Kutinati is duplicity or Shakti. In Bengali it is called as Shakti, and Sanskrit also it is called as Shakti. So here now Raghunath Das Goswami is giving a solution. Now text 5, I hope devotees could understand the explanation. Anyone would like to explain it, what exactly text 5 is speaking? Anyone would like to raise their hand and explain what text 5 is saying? Anyone would like to volunteer? Yes, there is 2 hands. Okay. Yes, Dr. Raj. Others are not participating. Maybe they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prabhuji, whenever the Shadripus attack you, so instead of asking help to Lord Krishna, you should ask help from the devotees. Those are who are pure devotees. And the distance will not matter whether they are in front of you or away from you. Whenever you ask for help, they will definitely help you and take you out from that situation. That's what I could gather.
Yes, excellent. Here 2 more things. Gale badwa hanneham. You should feel that, oh, these desires are, they are like ropes trying to kill me. And kurtvam futkaran. You should cry out piteously. Genuine cry should come out. Then the pure devotees will hear. The pure devotees will hear. And this 6 enemies are here. Raghunath Das Goswami is using Bakabit. Baka is who? Who is Baka? Anyone knows who is Baka? Yes, Mataji.
He was an Asur, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Bakasura. He was Bakasura. Now, Baka is in English, what it is called? Word. Exactly. What is the English? Yeah, it was a demon, that's sure. But what is Baka in English? It is not a swan, but it's a white bird. Bangla. No. Baka. Anyone knows can type in the chat box. What is Baka in English, which is a stork? Stork bird.
Stock.
Okay. Stork. Okay. Yeah, maybe yes. So, so why is this demon? Why is Raghunath Das Goswami speaking about this, comparing this to these enemies as stork or this Baka demon? The reason is because it seems that this bird, when it is there in the water, in the nice beautiful lake, it seems to be absorbed in meditation. It is absorbed in meditation, but its intention is to actually catch the fish and eat it. So similarly, all the devotees are practicing spiritual life and they're absorbed, but these anarthas can destroy us. And this baka came there, and seeing this beautiful bird, all the friends of Krishna were very happy. Oh, this bird, so nice, so wonderful, this bird. But what this bird did to Krishna, it immediately swallowed him. In fact, inside, it swallowed Krishna inside. So similarly, these desires, these six anarthas, there's six kinds of desires: desire for calm, desire for greed, desire for envy, and with this desire we try to harm others. This looks like a nice bird, but it will kill us. It is swallowed. So the moment we recognize it, we should cry out, Gale Padva Hanyam. It is killing me, it is killing me. And Purutvam Futkaran, we should cry out. So after these six anarthas are also destroyed, there are some other deep-rooted anarthas, which in text 6, Raghunath Das Goswami is speaking. So let us see what text 6 is. Ore chet prodayet kapata kutinati bharakhara sharan mutre snatva dahasi katam atmanapima sadatvam gandharva giridhara pada prema vilasa sudhambodo snatva swamapi nitaramam cha sukaya. So here Raghunath Das Goswami is saying, oh roughen mind, ore chet, like if you call out someone, ore, ajo idhar. If you say something, it's a very rude language. So he's now addressing the mind, oh ruffian mind, oh rowdy mind, maybe that is the term today you can say. So, oh ruffian mind, why do you burn? Katam dahasi, dahasi means to burn, yourself and me. Yourself refers to the mind and me refers to the soul. Atmanam api mam. Here Atmanam refers to the mind and mam refers to the soul, because that is the real self. Why are you burning me and yourself, the mind, in what? By bathing in the trickling urine. Sharan mutre snatva. You are bathing me in what? Urine. Of which animal? Of a great donkey. Bhara khara. Khara in Sanskrit is donkey, and bhara means bada, big, a big donkey or a great donkey. Of what? Of full-blown hypocrisy and duplicity. Prodayet kapata kutinati. So this duplicity or shatya is a deep-rooted anartha, and one acts duplicity or one is very hypocritical. So it is like bathing oneself in donkey's urine. So why are you bathing me in donkey's urine? This is how he is addressing his mind. Now, what is the solution when this kind of anartha comes? He says, instead you should always bathe. Sadatvam nitaram snatva. Nitaram means always. Bathe what? In the nectarian ocean. Sudha ambodo. Ambodo means ocean and Sudha is nectar. Of love emanating from the lotus feet of Shri Gandharvika Giridhari. Gandharva Giridhara Pada Prema Vilasa. That means we should hear Krishna Katha, the nectar of Krishna Katha, thereby delighting Sukaya, yourself and me. Tvam api mam nitaram. So here Raghunath Das Goswami is going deeper. When the mind takes pleasure in acting hypocritically or acting with duplicity, it is like you are bathing in donkey's urine. Urine is very hot, you know that. And donkey's urine is so hot that it is mentioned in the olden times, if a king acted duplicitously, The punishment for the king was that he would be bathed in donkey's urine. And when donkey's urine comes on the head, when one is bathed in it, one becomes bald. And for a Kshatriya to have hair on his head and to have mustache is a sign of his Kshatriya. So if the Kshatriya has lost his hair because of being punished for acting hypocritically, that Kshatriya is condemned forever in his life. So donkey's urine is so burning that you will lose your hair. So this was the punishment prescribed for Kshatriyas who acted duplicitously or hypocritically, deviating from dharma. So if we act hypocritically or with duplicity, it's like bathing in donkey's urine. Instead of that, Raghunath Das Goswami is saying, bathe in the nectar of Sudha Ambodo, the Krishna Katha, which is emanating from the beautiful pastimes of Shri, Radha and Krishna. So this is what recommendation Raghunath Das Goswami. Very, very deep-rooted problems in the heart and very, very simple solutions Raghunath Das Goswami is giving here in text 6. Let us see, text 6, what is it speaking? Anyone would like to raise their hand and answer? Text 6. Yes, Sunita Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So here it is said that Raghunath Das Goswami says that he calls his mind ruffian. Ruffian means a very bad word, exactly. Array. So he says that why do you burn yourself? Why do you burn my? He says, why do you burn yourself and me in this trickling urine of a big donkey, of full-blown hypocrisy and duplicity?
Okay.
Means he wants
what
to
is
say,
it? What is it? Give the solution.
Yeah, he says that instead you should bathe yourself in Krishna Katha.
Yes, yes, yes. So if we give a very nice class, a very nectarian class, Krishna Katha, and all the devotees are happy, they come and tell and glorify you. Oh, what a wonderful class you gave. And when you hear that glorification and you feel nectar, oh, what a nectar is flowing of my glorification. That means you are bathing in donkey's urine. But that same words, when you hear them as poison, that means you're nicely situated in your Krishna consciousness. So that is what is a simple example I can give for this. Now, in the next verse of Raghunath Das Goswami, text 7. After you have become free from even duplicity, there is another deep-rooted anartha, which is the root of all anarthas. And here Raghunath Das Goswami speaks about it in text 7. Pratishta asha drishva swapacharamani meritinate katam sadhu premna sprushati sujire tannanumana sadatvam sevasya prabudaita samantamaatulam yata tvam nishkashya tvaritam ihatam veshayati sa. As long as the unchaste drishta, it is not drishtva. Drishtva means to darshan, to take, or drishti. It is drishta. Drishta is unchaste. Dog eating woman. Swapacha ramani. Ramani is striling. It is referring to woman. Ramani is a generic sense. Ramani is called as, Brahmana Patni, Pavitra Ramani. Pavitra Ramani means she was a very chaste wife. But here it is mentioned Swapacha Ramani. Swapacha Ramani is a dog-eating woman. She is not an ordinary woman. She is a woman who eats dog meat. How degraded it must be. And He, he's now comparing the desire for prestige to a dog-eating woman. Pratishta asha drishtva swapachi ramani. As long as the unchaste, dog-eating women of the desire of prestige, pratishtasa, dances in my heart, Ridhi me natet, me Ridhi natet. So as long as you have a desire that I become famous in devotional circles, I become as a famous devotee. So as long as you're carrying this desire, the meaning is that there is a dog-eating woman who is residing in your heart and she is dancing in your heart. How can Katam, the chaste and pure, Suchi, lady of love for Krishna, Sadhu Premna. Now, Premna is thrilling again. So Krishna Prem is thrilling because ultimately Bhakti is thrilling and the personification of Bhakti is Srimati Radharani. So Bhakti comes from Srimati Radharani. All devotion comes from Srimati Radharani. So how can pure, chaste lady of love of Krishna, Sadhu Premna, touch it? Sprishati etad. Just like if there is a prostitute in the house of a person, with the husband, there is a prostitute sitting in the house, and that prostitute is a dog-eating prostitute. How can a chaste wife enter that house? Similarly, if there is the desire of pratishtha, which is like the dog-eating women, how can pure love, sadhu premna, which is chaste and pure, enter the heart? That is the point here, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Raghunath Das Goswami. Now the solution, therefore, O mind, nanumana, you should always serve. Sada tvam sevasya. The incomparable Atulam, beloved devotee, commander of Sri Krishna, Prabhu Daitya Samantam, who will immediately yata sa paritam, throw out the unchaste woman, tam nirika nishkashya, and establish the pure lady of love, tam veshayati, in the heart. So, in our heart, if there is a desire for pratishtha, it is like a dog-eating woman. She's a prostitute, she's unchaste, and she is dancing in my heart. So, in the heart, Sadhu Premna will not enter. So, Krishna Prem will not enter. What is the solution? Serve the pure devotee, who is the beloved devotee, commander of Krishna's armies. Just serve him, and by serving him, he will throw this desire for pratishtha from the heart and he will establish Krishna Prem. So this is the simple solution Raghunath Das Goswami is giving from this deep-rooted desire for pratishtha. So this verse also, if you see in the Harinam Chintamani, spoke about this pratishtha asha, shatya. Pratishtha asha is the anartha for desire for fame, and shatya is duplicity, shatya vritti. Kanaka Kamini is all discussed, these are gross anarthas, but Raghunath Das Goswami has also discussed these gross anarthas in the form of asatvarta and all, and the 6 subtle anarthas, which are the 6 enemies. So that was the discussion what we had today. Now, anyone would like to summarize what is spoken in text 7 of Manashiksha? Anyone would like to try? Anyone else? I think I'll have to ask devotees now. Satanand Chaitanya Prabhuji, can you try? Satanand Chaitanya Prabhuji. Anyone else also? I would like to see from others, hear from others also. Okay. Raj Prohit. Yes, Prabhuji.
Dandut Pranam Prabhuji.
Yes.
Raghunath Das Goswami's compares Pratishtha, the desire of prestige, as an unchaste and dog-eating woman which resides in our heart. And when unchaste woman is seated in our heart, how can a pure devotee lady, chaste woman, can enter our heart? For the solution to remove this unchaste woman from our heart is by serving the beloved devotee of Krishna, who is compared as the commander of his army, and he has the power to throw this woman from our heart. And by throwing that woman from our heart, the pure lady of love will enter our heart after that.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. So very complex, deep-rooted anarthas in our heart. The 6 enemies, the gross anarthas, duplicity, pratishtha. Very simple solutions by Raghunath Das Goswami in his Manashiksha. Now, just like when there is a unchaste dog-eating woman, she will have her lover, and because of their union, there will be many children, and these children are in the form of kutinati, duplicity, so many other things, jiva himsa, then the 6 enemies, envy, pride, illusion. These will be the children. Just like a unchaste dog-eating woman will not only associate with one person, she will associate with many persons and she will produce children. So Pratishtha Asha is the root of all anarthas. So because we have this Pratishtha Asha, what will happen? This will, because of fame, desire for fame, we will act duplicitously. We'll do Shataniti, we'll do Kutinati. Then we will do Jiva Himsa. We will be envious. We will be greedy. So all these anarthas come up, spring from this Pratishtha Asha. So this is the subtlest and the deepest rooted anartha in the heart. But Raghunath Das Goswami first goes from the gross, then comes to subtle. So step by step, if we follow this, and these verses are very, very beautiful, and these verses are recited in Jagannath Ashtakam, song which we sing, na? Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami. Like that is the tune which we sing these verses. So to summarize what we discussed today, we began with the discussion on Vikshepa, what is the third of the Pramad, which Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaks in his Harinam Chintamani. Verses 32 to 34, he speaks about the nature of distraction. And it is a Pramad, which is Vikshepa, and only by great struggle this offense is destroyed. And where does this offense reside in? It resides in desire for all these things. All the gross desires for wealth, fame, enjoyment, victory, defeat, women, all these things. And being attracted to all these things, the heart being attracted, we will commit this offense. So this were the three verses we discussed. And before I went into the PowerPoint discussions of this slides, we should not get distracted from our goal. Even to become famous in devotional service or to make profit from devotees, we should be extremely truthful in our dealing with devotees. And there is no room for duplicity, we mentioned, and so-called name also in religiosity. So in this context, we discussed the 3 verses from the Manashiksha, 4, 5, 6, and 7, I think. Let me see which are the 4 verses we discussed. We discussed, 4 verses. 4th is Asatvarta, which is compared to a Vaishya, which will steal our intelligence. Then talks of liberation as spiritual suicide. Attachment to also Lakshmipati in Vaikuntha is not desired because it will only lead us to Vaikuntha. We should be only attached to Vraja Radha Krishna, who will give us the topmost jewel of Krishna Prem. This was spoken in verse 4. Verse 5 spoke about the 6 enemies which attack on the revealed path of devotion, the self-illuminated path of devotion. They tie our neck with ropes. When they tie, we should cry out, "Oh, we have been killed, Hanyam, Hanyam," and we should call out to the pure devotees who are the followers of Krishna, who is Bhakabid, who was a killer of Bhaka. And we should cry out, Kurutvam Futkarna. We should cry out like this. That is what the instruction Raghunath Swami gives here. In text 6, he speaks to the mind very rudely. "Oh, ruffian mind, why are you bathing me and you in the burning urine of donkey's urine in the form of hypocrisy and duplicity? Instead of bathe me in the nectar which is coming, Sudha Ambudo, which is coming from Shri Radha Krishna's pastime." We should hear Radha Krishna pastimes, Krishna Leela we should hear. And it will give me happiness. It will give you also happiness, my dear mind. It will give me also happiness. In text 7, he speaks about the subtlest anartha, which is Pratishta Asha. She is an unchaste, dog-eating prostitute, and she's dancing in my heart. As long as this desire is there, that means there is a unchaste, dog-eating woman who is dancing. So the Sadhu Premna, the chaste lady of Sadhu Premna, will not touch also. What is the solution? Sadatam Sevasya. Always serve the pure devotees who will see this, and they will counsel and they will remove this unchaste wife out from the house and place Krishna Prem or the pure Sadhu Premna in the heart. So the further discussion we will see what are there in the points in the PowerPoint in the next class. Any questions, any clarification anyone has? Yes.
Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam Prabhuji.
Yes. Yes.
For a Vaishnava, any type of glorification is like bathing in the urine of a donkey. Is it like that, Prabhuji? Any type of glorification?
In the Uddhav Gita, Krishna is giving very confidential and deep instructions for sadhakas. And there it is mentioned that one should neither praise nor criticize Bhagavan or his pure devotee or his devotees also. And both are not so healthy, he says. Because it is my observation over a period of years, when we praise someone, we will do the opposite also. We will criticize also. When things are going wrong, we will criticize him also, the one whom we have praised also. So both praise and criticism are, two sides of the coin in one sense. So both are not to be, done. That's what is recommended. Genuine appreciation of the heart, rarely done. Genuine appreciation, which is done, is okay. It's not that every now and then you do it. Genuinely, when it is done, it is okay. Like I'll give you a simple example. Now, there's a particular cook who cooks prasadam in our temple, and you are inclined to eat a sattvic prasad. So when the prasad is cooked very nicely, sattvikly, you will eat the prasad because it is sattvic, you like sattvic, you will praise him. Oh, you have cooked very nice prasadam. It is very sattvic. Why? Because you like sattvic prasad. Then the next day, he makes some rasam or sambar where there's a lot of chili in it. You don't like spicy food. Then you will criticize him. Yesterday you were glorified because he had made sattvic prasad. Today you will criticize him. Why have you made this prasad so rajasic? No. Why have you put so much oil? So your praise and criticism is springing from the mind. Raga and Dvesh. You are still acting in the platform of Raga and Dvesh. It is not coming from the soul. So you are still, ehi bhalo, ehi mand. This is good, this is bad. A Sabha Manodharma, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu is saying. This is all on the mental concoction, mental platform. So we have to transcend between what is our like and dislike, because again, we are at the level of the mind. So we have to transcend that. That's why praise and criticism are two sides of the coin. So genuine appreciation of the heart, which is done, that actually is required, that appreciation, because that gives impetus for us in spiritual life. But generally, we do praise or criticism because we are conditioned with what we like and what we don't like, and that is why we should be careful about it. So that is why that is the instruction here about it. I hope it is clear, Mataji. Just let me clarify. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much, Prabhuji. But how to handle, on the other side, how to handle praise and criticism?
Yes, very important question. How to handle it? When we are praised, our ego is saying, oh, you genuinely know my glories. Continue, please continue speaking about it. So this is how the ego will speak to the mind. And when that same person criticizes you, the mind will start revolting and you will start speaking, you'll start countering him. You cannot, the way the processing happens so fastly that you will start giving a counter reply to his criticism, and you'll start defending. The mind will go in a defense mode. And this is again, the ahankar is maintaining its identity that I am the enjoyer, I am the controller of this world. So in both states, it is the false ego, it is maintaining its identity. In one state, it is saying, oh, keep continuing glorification. It is giving me nectar. The false ego is relishing the nectar, and it is telling the mind, no, please speak and continue. Come, we'll go for a walk. You can go and speak. Let us speak in detail about it. So the mind will say. So here also we are being cheated. And when you are criticized, the mind will revolt because the false ego is will ripple. It will give the intelligence to the mind to ripple and come up with arguments, counter arguments. That time, the false ego is in a defense mode, and it is still maintaining its identity. And both are again on the ahankar platform, which is binding us to the material world. So praise and criticism both are binding to the material world. So this is how we'll have to see. I hope it is clear, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
So there was another question. Somebody else had raised the hand. Two more questions. Okay, I cannot say no, but the time is up. But yes.
Prabhuji. Prabhuji, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Prabhuji, I have generally seen in our Vaishnava community and in our Bhakt community that usually the Vaishnavas or devotees praise each other when they meet in the temple or they meet in some for meeting, and they usually do that. And I have asked this question to even Krishnapad Prabhuji. He said it is a etiquette that is usually be done in devotees, formality devotees, that they say good things about each other and that inspires each other. So I need to know about that, Prabhuji.
Generally, yes. We have we see good qualities in all the devotees, but it's not that when we come, oh, you start speaking, oh, you're such a wonderful devotee, you're doing such wonderful preaching. You start, begin with these glorifications. We meet each other. How are you doing, Prabhuji? How you are doing in spiritual life? These kind of exchanges. Let's not get into let's get into the real business of Krishna Katha and keep Krishna in the center, and we begin. Otherwise, if we engage in those talks, it's like two egos are relishing their own mellows. It becomes like that. We have to follow this principle given in Bhagavad Gita 10.10 or 10.9, I think. Mat chitta mat gata prana bodhayanta parasparam katasyantamam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Mat chitta. In their hearts I reside. Madgata prana. Just like if we don't eat anna, we'll have to leave the body. So if they don't discuss about Krishna, these devotees will leave this material body. Madgata prana. That's why bodhayanta parasparam. They speak about me to each other. They don't speak about each other, about their own glories of their preaching. They speak about me. They keep Krishna in the center. Bodhayanta parasparam. Katashyanti mam nityam. And this katha, they take, tushyanti, that they take pleasure, and ramanti, they are, they are completely absorbed in Krishna katha like this. Otherwise, two devotees who are preachers who come to each other, one devotee will speak about the glories of his preaching, what he did. Other devotee will speak about the glories of what preaching he did. The center is not Krishna then. So this we have to see. This is the ruling principle. Okay. So there was another hand which was raised. Anyone else? Who was another devotee who had raised their hand? Virendra Yadav Prabhuji, you have a question?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I had a question, Prabhuji. It is with reference to Manasiksha verse 5. You mentioned you should cry out Hanneham to pure devotees.
Yes.
That can you personify, Prabhuji? Pure devotee refers to, can you cry out to Sri Prabhupada, or to whom we should cry?
We should cry out to our spiritual master, who are the pure devotees, the Uttamadhikaris, the spiritual masters, the very exalted Mahabhagavats, whom we have a relationship, deep relationship of the heart. It can refer to our Diksha Gurus, it can refer to our Shiksha Gurus, who are the present Acharyas. It can also refer to Srila Prabhupada, it can refer to the previous Acharyas also. But you have to see it in a whole sense also. It can refer to present, living gurus, and also those who are coming in the Guru Shishya Parampara. It is, it is not like something, a mechanical thing that you do it. It's a, relationship of the heart, where you're connected through the spiritual master. Just like for the child, pure-hearted child, when it is watching the nice cartoon, suddenly on the screen the horror movie comes in and the child becomes fearful, it will cry out to whom? It will cry out to the mother. That's the spiritual master for them. So it's a natural cry, because the child has connection with the mother. She's getting nourishment from the mother. She's getting love, care, and affection from the mother. Similarly, where we are getting nourishment of Krishna Katha, where we are getting nourishment in the form of counseling, where we are attached to, we will naturally cry out like that. So that is how we should understand. I hope it is clear, Virendra Yadav Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much. Shri Harinam Chintamani ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. Hare Krishna.